Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Schermer and the Alchemy Mystery School with a Pisces new moon message. The Pisces new moon in 2021 occurs on Saturday, March 13th at 2:21 a.m. Pacific time. As we receive this message, let's all take a breath. Whatever time or place you're in when you're hearing this message, it's for you now. Let's ask for the highest and best for each of us, and ask for clarity to discern the words that will bring the message forward to each of you. This is an enormously potent time in the history of our world, and each of us is here, each of us is here for a very special purpose, and you are in the right place at the right time. Those are the first words that are coming through. So if there is confusion or uncertainty in your path or in the paths of those around you, know that this new moon is going to can bring you the opportunity for a new sense of clarity, a new sense of empowerment, and a new sense of vision of the reality of the new earth that is being born within us and around us every day now. So I'd like to start the message with the image, the tarot card for the Pisces new moon. Pisces is represented in our cards by the card called the moon. And what the moon represents is the depth and vastness of consciousness, of Pisces consciousness. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, and it represents bringing forward all that has ever been, and our willingness and ability to step into the mysteries beyond what we have known, beyond our limited personal sense of self, beyond our own perceptions and expectations and beliefs, into something larger. It's the mystery of all of life. And in order to cross these gates of initiation that you can see in this card, what's required is a commitment to live in trust and to follow our inner guidance, to follow the teachers and guides within, to follow our spiritual path. In this card, there are so many messages we could talk about and so many symbols here. What I'm being guided to reference right now are the guardians at the threshold, who represent Anubis, who is a helper of transitions and times of change. So know that whenever you, who are already on your path, know that you always have the help you need, you always have support. It's just to remember to ask. If you're listening to this message, you've crossed that threshold. We are in the time of change now. That's the message that's coming through. So know that there is a new day. One of the teachings in this card is the scarab bringing the sun back. This is the moment just before dawn. And so there's a message now for us in this Pisces moon of a dawn within, and a realization that we hold all the keys within, and that we have the tools and the support that we need now. Very briefly, the the court card for Pisces is the Knight of Cups, and this card represents right now, it shows you in your quest and your path for the Holy Grail. What the Holy Grail represents, it's a mastery of reaching the Grail. Understanding the Grail means that you have come to a new sense that your quest in life is about exploring the mysteries of who you are and why you're here, and that there's an opportunity now to come to a new awareness of those mysteries and those truths. The secrets of life and the secrets of mystery of this world, and that is emphasized by the card for Neptune, which plays a very important role in the astrology for this month. And the card for Neptune in tarot is called the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man represents your willingness now to live in trust. The Ankh at the top is a symbol of eternal life. It's also the symbol of your connection to the keys of the universe. It's a symbol of a key that unlocks the mysteries. and your willingness to be suspended now in your trust of your own path and your trust of the principles of your spiritual practices that support your life. Neptune is the planet of transcendence, and the planet that dissolves limitation in order to reveal higher truth. And so the significance of this new moon is that Neptune is conjunct the sun and moon. Neptune is conjunct the new moon, only 3 degrees apart in Pisces. So there is enormous support right now for us to receive a personal infusion of these huge energies that are often too big and vast for us to connect with. There's an opportunity now to experience them in very personal ways over the unfolding of this coming lunar cycle. So knowing these enormous potentials, knowing the opportunity to transcend our perceptions of limitation, to see beyond illusion, to new realities we haven't seen before, I went to the cards and asked for a message for us, and I'm so excited to share the new moon spread with you today. So here we go. The card in the center of our spread representing mind and awareness is the sun. And in tarot, the sun represents your expanded consciousness, your connection to new illumination, to new awareness, to new realizations of connection and transcendence of the limitations and obstacles that you have perceived in your way. That's what's coming through right now about the sun. It has to do with the realization of your own illuminated essence and the realization of what is possible in our world. So the interesting synchronicity here with the cards is that the sun immediately follows the moon that we just looked at for Pisces. So when we are willing to go through the gates of initiation ourselves, when we're willing to step into the unknown and follow our inner guidance, then we emerge into the new day. So this is absolutely an affirmation of the new realization of a point of arrival, of coming out of a time of hardship and challenge into an awareness of a new beginning and a new dawn. And the card that crosses, I'm going to show the crossing card now because it's really important with the sun, is the card called Dominion, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, Dominion, represents your willingness to show up. It represents, another word for this card is sometimes called command, and I call this card sovereignty. It has to do with your integration of your sense of purpose, your sense of self, your union of your personal path and your path of spirit, and a sense of new awareness of who you are and why you're here. So that's what's crossing this new quality of illuminated consciousness of the sun, is your commitment to your spiritual practice, your courage and willingness to show up for your own path, and your willingness, here's what the guides are saying, your willingness to be uncomfortable in knowing at the same time that you are held. So that's one of the really beautiful teachings of the Hanged Man, is the illumination of the sun above and this the image of eternal life and being held in the support of spirit allows us to be uncomfortable sometimes with the disturbances of the release of illusion. The process of evolution and evolving consciousness requires that sometimes we have to let go of outdated beliefs or misunderstandings about the nature of reality. Well, that's happening personally now. It's also happening in remarkable ways in the world around us, because systems of control and systems of illusion and intentional distortion are being revealed because they're no longer sustainable. as we evolve in consciousness and move into higher frequencies of the fifth dimensional realm that is our new home, the systems that are anchored in lower frequency, fear-based belief systems are no longer sustainable. So things are being revealed and will continue to be revealed that will enable the further dismantling of those powers and structures of that limit human freedom and health and well-being and truth and justice. So the energies of the sun card and the energies of dominion have to do with five-dimensional frequencies of joy and peace and compassion and understanding of love and kindness. And all of that is bridged by the energies of trust and curiosity and a deep sense of knowingness that we are held even in times of confusion and uncertainty. So none of us are expected, nor is it even possible to sustain high level frequencies of joy right now in our personal lives, because we're growing and evolving, and so we are here to feel all the feelings. The opportunity now is to understand that we can choose our resting point. We can choose to trust, and we can choose to be held as we change and evolve. So this is an incredibly encouraging message here of affirmation of these new energies of support and new energies of realization and awareness that are coming to us with this new lunar cycle. And the card in the position of circumstances affirms that. It's the star, which is also the card for Aquarius. And so the message here, let me see if I can synthesize this quickly for you now, briefly, is to know that we are indeed stepping into the new age. The new earth is here in the frequencies of consciousness around us. The star represents new illuminated consciousness. The star is the sun. The sun is a star. So these two cards are mirroring each other in the sense that when you step into your own spiritual practices and choose to show up, then in the world around you, you can see the evidence of the new grids, of the new materialization of the world that we are creating. The future exists and lives in our consciousness, and it is in evidence all around us. So know that you have the choice in the coming days to see what you haven't seen before, to choose to look for the evidence of your next steps, to ask for support for your next steps in your life, and then trust that those next steps will be revealed. And that's emphasized in the card in Spirit, the Prince of Cups. So you might remember I showed the Knight of Cups a few minutes ago. The Prince of Cups is the warrior of the heart. And so this, in the position of Spirit, says that your quest and your commitment to your highest and best, and for showing up for your path of service in the world, is supported now in infinite ways. So the message from our guides and for you now watching this is to commit to following your heart and ask for help when you need it. The shadow side of the bigness of this energy is overwhelm, and feeling, one of the shadows is overwhelm and feeling like things are too big. So when that happens, when you're tired, or when there's a certain amount of disruption or distortion or confusion that you're feeling, ask for help. The Prince of Cups appears in the position of Spirit, saying that we are in this together, and your decision and commitment to move forward in your life, it will be supported now. Okay, let me drop in. So as you prepare for this new month and set your intentions, let me look at, I made some notes. The guides gave me some notes here to summarize all of this to you, since the energies are so big. Number one, the new day is here. The dawn of the realization of the new earth lives within your conscious awareness. So remember that you can choose remember to choose to be present, to choose hope and confidence and trust, and then you will be supported. By claiming your path, by claiming your spiritual path, you need only take one step at a time. We don't know what the future holds. We are here to bring it forward one step at a time. Claim your sovereignty, commit to who you are and why you're here, and that will be revealed more and more each day. Commit to love, commit to joy, commit to trust, and then choose to see the good. Choose to see the good, choose to show up for the next step, the next moment, and then finally take care of yourself. This is an extraordinarily challenging time. It's unprecedented. The way and the rapidity, how rapidly we are evolving is unprecedented. And that means that we need to really take care of ourselves, especially those of us, including you watching this message, who are on the leading edge of creation now. So take care of yourself, honor your physical and emotional and mental and spiritual body, and be kind and gentle to yourself, kind and gentle to others. We're all doing the best we can, and choose, the guides are saying, choose self-care, choose rest when you need to, find joy, choose the beauty of nature, spend time in nature to rejuvenate, and cultivate the support of those friends with whom you travel. What a beautiful time to be alive. Thank you so much for sharing this message. And the guides are saying really soak in that image of the sun. And in the cards, the sun crossed by dominion, crossed by your willingness to choose yourself, to choose inner truth, and to choose the path you follow, trust it above all else, and trust those with whom you share the journey. The new day is here. Thanks very much for sharing the message. This is Elizabeth Schermer and the Alchemy Mystery School.